Before you do anything rash, I think you should know that I have the cipher.
Hand it over right now.
Oh, you think we should discuss terms first?
What happened to turn Chuck into a spy is on his birthday, he got an email from his old college buddy, Bryce Larkin. Unbeknownst to Chuck, Bryce was working for the CIA. And this email contained thousands and thousands of images that within them, encrypted within them, were CIA secrets. It was all part of this new government program to launch this Intersect computer, which was like the supercomputer, which was going to change the way our government dealt with threats both here and abroad. And all of these secrets have been downloaded subliminally into Chuck's brain.
Once that happened, then, you know, all chaos just ensued.
Now all those missions, all those secrets, all those profiles are, you know, kind of trapped in his head.
It combines any piece of information that is floating around about anything in this world.
It's aptly named. It's the intersection of information from all of the branches of the government. So like the NSA, the CIA, the FBI, the other three-lettered branches.
If the Intersect fell into the wrong hands, it could be really bad.
What level is his pain tolerance?
I'd say about a 1 out of 10.
A what? A 1? I'd say I'm at least at an 8.
Chuck, the torture hasn't started yet.
This is the pre-torture? Okay, put me down for a 1.
And at the most inopportune times, he'll flash on something. There'll be some trigger for one of the secrets embedded in his brain that will lead him and his handlers on a spy mission.
Terminate, exterminate, initiate burn notice.
Ultimately, and this was a choice that I made when we shot the pilot, and so therefore I've had to commit to it ever since then. But that face that I make when I look like it's like nausea meets constipation. That look is the Flash look. Hopefully, I won't look so constipated in the future. And that's when I see something or I hear something that trigger that information in my head. I can't just do it on my own. I try. Sometimes if I concentrate really hard, as you see, you know, kind of toward the end of the second season, I am able to manipulate it a little bit, but for the most part, it's very involuntary.
Oh, I just flashed. That's him. That's Sheikh Rajiv Ahmad.
Once you have all the information in your head, you basically, you know, I could see you, and if you had a CIA file on you, I'd know every, you know, I could, you know, read your mail. It's like, bam, I know what you've done. I know what you've done. I'm actually not kidding. I know what you've done. Everyone at home's like, what do you do? You don't want to.
Abort mission. The Intersect has been compromised.
Well, there's the original version of the Intersect, which is the version from our pilot, which Bryce Larkin breaks into, downloads the secrets onto his iPhone, and escapes from the building and blows it up. That's Intersect 1. Now, all throughout our first season, we realized that the government is building a second Intersect. So at the end of our first episode of season 2, Chuck, Sarah, and Casey have recaptured the cipher, which is the key component for this new Intersect. And it's delivered back to Washington, where Langston Graham, the head of the CIA portion of the team, brings a group of spies in for a new update of this new Intersect computer. So they put the cipher into the computer. It drops down into the console, and the computer begins to activate. What we realize is that the cipher is a Trojan horse. A Trojan horse sent by Fulcrum. It causes the computer to explode. Intersect 2. We realize that the government has made a third computer. And Chuck breaks into the vault, and the computer is all set to operate. And it's waiting for Bryce Larkin. But Bryce Larkin's been killed. So Chuck now has to decide, will he destroy the computer so that Fulcrum, the bad guys, won't use it for their own game, or does he download all the secrets, the new Intersect, into his head? Now, we also have to realize something. Fulcrum having their own Intersect computer. And that we realize that they've been kind of doing their own research and their own designs. And in Chuck versus the Suburbs, we get a perspective on like the secret research lab where they're doing their own studies. And we realize Fulcrum is obsessed with creating these super agents. Now we're getting into the deep dark secrets of season 2.
Wait, time out just for a second here. What happens to me, the old Intersect?
But also, we've created this season is updates. Chuck is able to get new updates into his head through a pair of special secret CIA sunglasses. And within these glasses is a new chip that has all the updated information for the Intersect. So he doesn't realize it. But Bryce Larkin, who's been kind of slowly shepherding Chuck into becoming a spy, leaves these glasses with him. It's like, these are spy glasses, they're cool guy glasses, you should have them, Chuck. He's like, yeah, I'll try these cool spy sunglasses on. And of course, the upload starts. And it zaps all this new information into Chuck's head, and he immediately falls over unconscious. I hate Bryce Larkin.
I hate Bryce Larkin.
Lunch break, orange.
Yogurt again? Can't we have a meatball sub?
We're not eating, idiot. We got a new mission.
Why are we in a freezer? All this to protect your toppings?
Well, Castle, there was a concern that, you know, using the home theater room as the private briefing quarters for our agents was going to eventually be discovered. So the CIA decided to invest heavily in the Project Bartowski.
This is new. What is this place?
They built this underground bunker beneath Sarah's place of work, which last season was the Wienerlicious. This year was the Orange Orange. Who knows what next year will bring. And Castle is a secure facility. It's got video uplinks so they can do conferences with General Beckman. There's rooms for interrogation, holding cells, armory. It's an endless array of fun.
We always kind of assume that it's like the Wienerlicious and the OO aren't the best shops in the world, in the sense that people don't want to dine there all the time, that the yogurt doesn't taste that great, because for the CIA, it's better if there's nobody there.
This is our secure bunker, and from here, we can make contact with those back at Langley or back at headquarters in Washington, D.C. We can man Predator drones around the world. It's a multi-purpose lair.
It's kind of a cool, dark facility, kind of submarine-like, and everyone, you know, and for each mission, Chuck kind of goes into Orange Orange and then through the refrigerator and through a secret door into Castle.
We have cells, like holding cells where we put prisoners, and there's a tunnel also that connects the castle to the Buy More, which we use in a couple of episodes.
No, it just runs off the set right there. We just change the camera angle. No, it's kind of like a maze, a mouse trap. So you better be careful. You could get lost. And there are these big shooty-outy things with spikes in the wall that'll just impale you. So be careful not to hit the tripwire.
This is it. We're going to die underneath a yogurt shop. We shoot it in a way that leads those at home to, you know, believe how big it is. I mean, there's a lot of rooms that go down all these corridors. We have a little gym workout room that we've seen Sarah kickboxing in. We've got, you know, prisoner holding cells and various other, you know, areas for whatever we need them to be.
We've done lie detector scenes. It allows us to do all those kind of spy scenes that were hard to do before because we didn't have a base to do them. Kind of like the Starship Enterprise, is that you could go down any corridor, or like the Batcave, you could go down any corridor and just add extra rooms.
General, you don't want the Intersect out of my head, do you?
No, I don't. We are in the midst of a secret war with Fulcrum, and I believe the outcome of this fight will rest squarely on your shoulders. It's time for you to become a spy.
Fulcrum is similar to Spectre or SMERSH in the James Bond mythology.
Fulcrum was a CIA group that basically splintered off and decided to operate by their own rules and go rogue.
We don't know that much about them except they're extremely efficient, extremely deadly, and they would like nothing more than to discover that Chuck Bartowski is the Intersect computer and do terrible, terrible things to him.
Are you wearing a wire?
That's preposterous.
Are you wearing a wire?
Yes, I am.
Some Fulcrum agents have figured it out, but they've been dispatched.
They're all highly trained, they know what they're doing, but they're on the wrong side.
They're kind of expatriates. They're trying to change things up, you know?
They're very sophisticated looking, but they can also be kind of ominous when you see them all together. And if they were sent on a mission, they could also turn into assassins. They could turn into soldiers and have all these kind of spy abilities. Just kind of that fusion of like the corporate shark and the secret agent that work together for their own aims, sometimes financial, and sometimes for what they secretly see as what the country should be doing.
Ultimately, they're after the Intersect computer, and they think that Bryce Larkin is the Intersect. That's why they're after him for quite some time. They're unaware that I'm the Intersect.
The only chance we have against Fulcrum is to think and act like they do. Anything less gets us killed.
The ultimate purpose is to have an army of Intersects who are capable of everything that Chuck is, but they're also trained deadly assassins. Deadly spies, like yours truly.
Fulcrum, being an organization of spies, they want their spies to be the best in the world. And what we realize at the end of the season is that the Intersect has more capabilities than simply having information, that perhaps there could also be skills folded into the Intersect computer, so that an agent wouldn't only have secrets downloaded into their head, they could have skills downloaded into their head. And so at the very end, Ted Rourke, who's kind of the head of Fulcrum, wants to have his agents turned into super agents. That these Fulcrum agents wouldn't only be like just regular people with, you know, incredible spy training, they would actually be super spies.
You've all been carefully selected by Fulcrum to be the next generation of Intersect agents, more capable than any computer. more efficient than any spy in history. Welcome to the future.